Greetings and welcome back to Factorio. I'm KatherineOfSky and it's time to redesign green circuits. So I've been talking with some people, most specifically Mike, and there is a blueprint for regular recipes, but it's already really short and it still doesn't produce a full blue belt out. Basically, if we were to design an array with belts for moduled green circuits, expensive recipes, it wouldn't work out very well because the lines would have to be extremely short because of the sheer amount of copper required for each green circuit is what? It's five plates of copper for each circuit. So you'd need at least 5 arrays to get one blue belt out for the amount of copper that you need to put in. So I think I'm going to go fully bot-based for this design. And we're just going to basically take this thing apart a little bit at a time so that we can get things organized. Now, to that end, Mike has actually designed one of these structures. It's a very lovely, simple design that's quite effective, which we'll be building in just a second. But I wanted also to just say, yeah, I'm going to have to redesign the train station. Basically, this entire area is going to be bot controlled. And I think I might even separate it out from the ore stuff over here because I want these guys in their own tiny network so that we can have unfettered copper movement over here. And it looks like we just need more trains coming in. Do I have any trains? I forgot if I set up the trains or not for here. I think I did. This is copper ore drop-off. I think we have them. Maybe. Yes, right there. Green circuits. Yep, we have one. At least 2. This one is stopped. Why? Is it just traffic? It looks like there's a lot of traffic here. What's stopping it? That's actually right below my position. Let me go check on this real quick before we get to building stuff. Because if it's holding up the whole line, that's not a great thing. Definitely don't want to do that. Yep, there's this one just sort of standing in the middle of nowhere. Maybe it was a holdup at the intersection. Could be. I'm actually thinking about converting some of my train lines into basically 4 wide, 2 each direction. Because this is just really slow sometimes. I'm going to add an extra signal here. Just so trains can move along a little faster. I remember when I was playing TTD, I would put signals in very, very short intervals to just have like this constant movement rather than a lot of stop-start we would see normally. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that should hopefully help it flow a little bit better, maybe. Minorly, tiny bitly. But anyway, let's get back to the business at hand of getting these green circuits going, because right now we're getting kind of a paltry amount. We are not using all of the wow, and why is this? Oh dear. Yes, that would prevent those lines from being used. Right, I don't know if we even need a balancer here. I'm thinking we probably don't. What I'm thinking instead is that we'll bring all the copper here, have it come out into this area, and then we'll have the provider chests right here. And then over here we can have our moduled setups. Now it's not going to be as big as this whole array, so we're going to have to plan it carefully, probably destroy the whole thing in the process. But at the moment I would like to build where there's no RoboPort coverage, which is almost an impossibility. Whoa, hey, did I forget to hook this up? I did! Oh, well, let's just do that then. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oopsies. I've been using several different mice because I've had some hand pain, and my brace finally came. UPS found the package. And it's helping somewhat, but it's not perfect. So I still need to kind of limit my content. So if you guys have been missing some of your favorite shows, I really apologize for that, but I really need to take care of my hand and stuff. Otherwise, life is going to be fairly miserable for me, and it would just severely limit things. So anyway, but I'm just taking rests, you know, and not overstressing the muscles and whatnot. So hopefully it's going to get better soon-ish. And indeed, some of the I've been recording like a minimal amount of episodes per day, and that actually does seem to be helping quite a bit. So okay, here we go. We got a train that came in, maybe not. I don't know. Right. Let's just shove these into a box here. Oopsies. Okay, cool. These actually can have a couple of more. Takes 4 of these to completely take stuff off a line. Okay, there we go. Yes, this is exactly what I want. So some people have been asking me, why do I not connect this to the rest of the network? I want this to be its own little network. It's going to be limited to X amount of bots. If we need more, we'll just inject more into the system. But I absolutely don't want bots coming from the main base to be up here. And the argument was made, well, you're not using bots in your main base. Well, I might. I definitely might. And for big jobs, especially certain kinds of construction jobs or whatever, logistics bots are sometimes used. So anyway, for example, if, you know, instead of deconstructing a chest, you could make it an active provider chest. And so then it would call all the bots, the Logibots from all over the place to deconstruct stuff. So anyway, that's the reasoning for that. Yeah, let's go in and build our little thing here. Okay, there we go. I got the picture up on the screen. Righty. I got some modules already, and I need assemblers. There we go. I'm gonna have 3 assemblers. 1, 2, 3. Basically, the center one is gonna make green circuits, and yeah, we'll put this here for now. We're gonna just copy and paste this stuff because I don't have enough. I don't have enough modules. So we're going to have to just kind of share modules here. You are going to make copper cables. Hello. That audio. There they are. Okay. And then again, insert the modules just so we can blueprint the thing. Shift click with a blueprint in hand to automatically blueprint it without going through the menu. Right, and we're going to put this one here. Now, you're wondering, aha, how can they be transferred? We're not going to transfer them side to side, and there's a very, very good reason for this. Okay, let me grab, okay, we're going to get the chests going on here. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. It's quite a lovely symmetrical design. That one goes there, this one, and those there. Okay. And then we'll get our inserters put down. Oops, I forgot one chest. We should go over here. Right. This goes out, and these go in. In, out. I think that's this way. Yeah, so basically these guys have 2 chests feeding them copper. And then we're gonna have 1 chest here feeding this, or actually, well, I think we're just gonna have these 3 here. All right, I don't see which ones are feeding what at the moment. We're just gonna puzzle it out. It'll be fine. Okay, so we know which ones are going where. So let's set these guys up. Are these in a zone? Please, no? Okay, excellent. Very, very good. Okay, let's have these request. I'm thinking like 100 copper plates. Is that enough? Maybe. Let's have 200 copper plates. It can have a lot. They can have a lot. So these guys on the ends are going to get 200 copper plate requests. Okay. So now this is going to be the copper wire. And I guess we can... okay, bots, don't mess with me, please. We can request something like, I don't know, 50 copper wire or something in here. I don't know if we really need to request, but I guess we could. If we wanted to. Probably, you know what? I don't think we need to. Let's just make these chests this way. And then this one needs an inserter that way. Oops, no. It's okay. It's okay. The brain is getting a little confused. It's all the dyslexia. I'm going to limit these iron chests to 2 stacks. You can use whatever chests you want there. Right, and then green circuits are going to go in here. And I think we're going to limit this to connect. I'm going to say green circuits. If there are less than, say, I don't know, how many, like 100,000 in the network? 1, 2, 3. Is that too many? I don't know. Seems okay. Yeah, so that's just fine. Oopsies. Right, so now these guys are going to be the copper cable. So I think we can request like something, I don't know, 50 copper cable here, or well, 200, okay, fine. 1 stack, basically. Go there, there, and then this one is going to be our iron request. Iron plates. Let's have that request 200 iron plates. Okay, so I think we have all of the things that we need. Let's just mouse over and check. 200 of this. This is going to be our connected to the network stuff. Yeah. Okay. This is going to be great. So now we finish this off by placing beacons around it. Where did they go? I think they're just in my blueprints. End game beacon. Yeah, there we go. Here's my beacon. Okay, and I want to align these properly. So it looks like this is one off. Now you do not want to line them up. You do not want them right under each, because if you look at the shadow there, it only covers that one. But if you move it slightly, this one can cover all 3 of these things. So we're going to want to have them offset. And it's very important because you don't want to get minimal amounts of use out of your beacons. You want your modules to go as far as possible. Okay, and these guys can be in line with the beacons below. Is that right? Yep, that's right. Okay, cool. So basically this whole area has, this is what this is going to be. So let's blueprint this whole thing. And what's happening here, if you didn't notice, basically the copper is going to get requested, and these copper. Oh, you know what the other thing is? We should limit this also to two stacks. So we don't really want all of this stuff. We don't want huge, like massive stacks of copper wire. It's just not necessary. Okay, so these guys are limited, and also these chests are also limited. Let me just check them all. There's no sense in having a blueprint where you transfer mistakes from one area to the other. As we know, that is slightly detrimental. Okay, so we'll get this now, and we'll just call it something like, well, let's get our symbols up here. Green circuits with beacons. Where are you, beacons? There you are. So call this green circuits. It's expensive moduled. Okay, and then we'll call that good. Right. So thank you, Mike, for coming up with this cool design. I like it. It's very simple and nice and very, very tileable, as you guys can see. So what I think I'm going to do is take this and kind of turn it around 90 degrees and have it extending basically along this whole line here. So I'm going to keep that up there for now. I am hoping I won't... You know what? Let me just blueprint safety. Just put it in my stash for now. Oh my goodness. And then we're going to have to convert all of this stuff. So I think we can start by getting rid of this balancer, which is not needed. So let me just basically get rid of these guys first and let the copper bleed out. And we're going to try to have things be as close as possible to the station. I think that would be very beneficial. We don't need to have additional belts from the stations, I feel. I think we can just take that out. However, one of the things we could do is we could squish this up so that we have more train stations available. That's also an option. So anyway, I don't exactly know at the moment how many... I'm gonna have to ask how many belts for each of these arrays. But anyway, okay, let's see. We can get rid of this. Perfect, it's all bled out, lovely. This is a power pulse, we'll leave that for now. And I have my productivity modules with me. I guess I can ask my robots to come back. I took them off specifically so they don't put those modules where I don't want them to be, because that was going to be slightly inconvenient. Right, well, we're pretty much all sorted out here. Let's get rid of these things. We're also going to need a mass amount of provider chests. And I think I'm just going to have the robots basically just deconstruct all of this stuff. All of it. Just go. Take it all out. Because we don't need it. Not right now. Can leave that RoboPort. But yeah, all the rest has got to go. Come on, bots. You can do it. I know. I have faith in you. You'll be fine. We have no power to the RoboPorts. Let's fix that situation because otherwise it's going to be a mess. I should have left my RoboPorts off because I really don't need them here. Alright, RoboPorts are powered, which is nice. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna move out of range for one thing. First thing. God, these are huge. The range on these RoboPort Mark IIs. Okay. And I'm slowly collecting stuff. Come on, bots. Come back to me. It's okay. And before we get things actually going, moving along, I think what we want to do is isolate the network. But I don't know. We'll see. Okay, come on. Come on. Collect all the stuff. Coming in. There we go. Come back home. There we are, my little bot friends. Here we go. See, some of you guys complaining about, oh, you don't care about your bots. I certainly do care about my bots. Did you see how nicely I was petting them just now? Yeah, it's a thing. Nice. All right, so construction bots are all being used at the moment. I'm hoping that the bot network is, they're getting injected into it. Let's see. What have we got here? Why? Do I have to go over there and look and check what's going on here? Oh, you know what? I bet I limited it to that many. I'm gonna change the limits. Go back down and do that. At some point, we'll need to revamp steel. Steel is probably one of the most important places to have modules because the benefit is so great. Seeing as steel is quite expensive in terms of iron plate and such. So we're going to have to do that at some point soon. All right, bots. Come on, bots. You can do it. It's fine. It'll be fine. But for the present moment, we're just kind of organizing one part of the factory at a time. And it's working out pretty well, I have to say. Very, very nicely. Okay. Science is all backed up because we're not doing any science, because we haven't launched a rocket yet. I like not launching rockets, by the way. It's fairly useful. All right, let's bump this up to... now that we built this thing in the very beginnings of the game. So we'll have 10k of those. And this one is set to what? Okay, this one is set to use. How many we're using. Okay, so that's just fine. So now we're going to be building plenty of bots so they can help us with our work. And I don't want any of that extra stuff in my inventory, personally. Not needed. Okay, get rid of these. Oh, and somebody took my modules. It's okay. It can go where it needs to go. Okay, so let's go back up to Botland, and they're gonna help us deconstruct this very, very massive green circuit array that we had going on. In the meanwhile, we can definitely put down all the things that we need for this station to function properly, like the provider chests and such. So that's going to be just fine. Okay, they're going to work on this. They're going to have a nice time, hopefully. Right. Now, so the question is, you know what we could do? Can we actually fit in? Yes, we can. We can absolutely fit more tracks into here, so we don't actually have to move these at the moment. Right, we're going to make these providers, passive providers. Okay. And I need more. I need a bunch. Come on, world, give me some. I'm going to ask for, I don't know, 200 of them. Sounds reasonable to me. And we will also start getting rid of these other items that we don't need. Let's just carefully deconstruct these things, including these lovely inserters here. These all are going to go. And I have my own bots are not participating because I don't want them to be giving me all kinds of junk at the moment. Right. Okay, cool. Did I get... Yes, let me get that back. So we have our coal line uninterrupted. How are we doing on bots? We have 2144. Looks like we're going to be making some bots very shortly in the factory. Okay, so all these balancers are pretty much not needed. Now the question is, and this is going to be more difficult, is how we're going to load these the bits of the train. Actually, I want to not do this. I know how we're going to load the train. We're going to use the balancer that's already here. Aha! Yes. And it's going to balance stuff before it gets on the train, and that hopefully should load each car fairly well. Okay, fairly quickly. Okay, good. This is looking really good. And we'll have something similar to what we have over here in this area. Let's, wow, this is going to take a while to deconstruct, I think. There are not enough bots. How did I let my bots get so low? I think it's just because we set up bots in the very beginnings of the factory. And at that time, 2,000 seemed like a lot. But right now, it definitely doesn't. So, oopsies. Can you, excuse me? What are you doing? Get out of my way. Alright, let's clear out some of this by hand. Get rid of this stuff. So that we can build like a bot-based loading system for this. Basically, we're just going to steal the other bits from above. Cool. We're going to go up here to our ore loading and pilfer these lovely things. And we need how many? 8 of them. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we can take this stuff. Cool. And this is going to be our loading scheme. For this area. Okay, should we move this roboport? I think we should. Get rid of that. Put this here. Oopsies. Alright, let me grab this again. We'll kind of center it on this area here. Maybe. Is that ish centered? Mostly. Kinda. How many do we need? 1, 2 at least. I think that should be enough. I'm hoping. Okay, let me get my bots on. Or let's get one roboport on and see how they behave. I'd love for them to just like assemble this area. And of course they're not going to. Okay. Okay, there they go. Now they're doing stuff. Alright, well. Okay, let's just make sure this will go here. Okay. Actually, this one can go here, like this, and then this one can go straight through, like that. Yes, I know, player's inventory full. That's exactly what I wanted to prevent. Okay, it'll be fine though, somehow. Okay, we'll move this one this way. Perfect. We have exactly enough room. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the bots continue their work. Obviously, it's going to take quite a while to get this all sorted out. So I will see you in the next episode. Thank you so very much for joining me. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you next time.